Origins and architecture of the Taj Mahal. The world-famous Taj Mahal represent the most excellent and most classy example of Mughal architecture. Its origins lie in the moving position of its commission and the culture and history of an Islamic Mughal empire's rule of large parts of India. The hysterical Mughal emperor commissioned the mausoleum upon the death of his favorite wife Mumtaz Mahal. Today it is one of the most famous and recognizable buildings of the world. The Taj Mahal is an extensive complex of buildings and gardens that extends over 22.44 hectares 55.5 acres and includes subsidiary tombs, waterworks infrastructure, the small town of Tajganji to the south and a moonlight garden to the north of the river. Construction began in 1632 AD, 1041 AH, on the south bank of the river Yamuna in Agra, and was considerably complete by 1648 AD 1058 AH. Mumtaz and Shah Jahan edit. In 1609, AH 1025, the Mughal prince Khurram, later to become Shah Jahan, was betrothed to Arjuman Banu Begum, the granddaughter of a Persian noble. She would become the unquestioned love of his life. They were married 5 years later in 1612. After their wedding celebrations, Khurram, finding her in appearance and character elect among all the women of the time, gave her the title Mumtaz Mahal, Jewel of the Palace. Mumtaz died in Burhanpur on June 17, 1631, after complications with the birth of their 14th child, a daughter named Gauhara Begum. She had been accompanying her husband whilst he was fighting a campaign in the Deccan Plateau. Her body was temporarily buried in a garden called Zainabad on the banks of the Tapti River in Burhanpur. The Taj Mahal complex can be conveniently divided into 5 sections. 1. The Moonlight Garden to the north of the river Yamuna. 2. The riverfront terrace, containing the mausoleum, mosque, and jawab. 3. The Charbagh Garden containing pavilions. 4. The Jailakhana containing accommodation for the tomb attendants and 2 subsidiary tombs. 5. The Tajganji, originally a bazaar and caravanserai, only traces of which are still preserved. The Great Gate lies between the Jailakhana and the garden. Levels gradually descend in steps from the Tajganji towards the river. Contemporary descriptions of the complex list the elements in order from the river terrace towards the Tajganji. Construction and interment. A site was selected on the banks of the Yamuna River on the southern edge of Agra and purchased from Raja Jai Singh in exchange for 4 mansions in the city. January 1632 AD, 1041 AH, Mumtaz's body was moved with great ceremony from Burhanpur to Agra, while food, drink and coins were distributed amongst the poor and deserving along the way. Foundations. The fundamentals represented the biggest technical challenge to be overcome by the Mughal builders. In order to support the substantial load resulting from the mausoleum, the sands of the riverbank needed to be stabilized. To this end, wells were sunk and then cased in timber and finally filled with rubble, iron and mortar, essentially acting as augured piles. After construction of the terrace was